Hello everybody, welcome to today's webinar. Today we're going to have a little look at how to set up Learn Assistant for your MyCap app. Okay, so what you'll do, you'll have a link to your site which you'll put into like an internet address bar. It does work with any kind of software, so Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Safari, etc. Once you put your link in, which Nikki sees or somebody will provide for you, and then they'll provide you with a username and password. So I'm just going to use a dummy one for now. Okay, so once you put your username and password in, this will log you into Learn Assistant. I'm just going to go through the setup of setting up for the very first time. Okay, so this is your home page. Okay, so what you've got is an avatar in the top left hand corner. Okay, so this avatar is where if you click on, it will open up a sub menu. So what is this sub menu? So if I click on learners, this will give me my active caseload. So it'll go through all my learners in the system. Okay, so what you'll see up here is everything is ticked. If I tick to just assess, if I just click to assess, it will just give me learners I assess. If I click on verify, just give me learners I verify, which isn't any. So you can have a dual login for this as well, okay? So that'll just give you access to caseload. If you click on learners and then select the learner, it will take you directly into the learner view, okay? So, and what else we got? We got an avatar as well. Okay, so the avatar, for some of you that like a social media presence, what you can do is upload, choose a file. So click choose file, it will upload from your PC. Okay, and then you can upload a profile pic and it'll change the standard avatar. So if you'd like to have a LinkedIn, Facebook profile, then you can simply do that here. Okay, what we've also got is a password option. Okay, so if your network password changes quite periodically, what you can do is click password. Okay, put in your current password and change it to the new one if that helps you out. Notifications. So I personally think this is one of the most important menus. So what you can do is put your email address into the system here. Okay, so I'll put mine in. What you can do then is choose when to receive messages. Okay, so if you set it to no, you will receive nothing. If you set it to per message, every time something happens in the system, you'll receive an email. So this will be, for example, if you had 10 learners all submitted work to you and 5 IQAs happened in your system, you would get 15 separate emails in that day, which could be a bit overkill. So what most people choose is daily. So what will happen then is at the end of the day, you'll get a summary email of everything that's happened in your system. So it's very easy, just click yes to all these because these are just the ones that you want to activate. Click the bottom one to daily, and then whenever a learner submits work, send you a message, or the IQA does something, basically you'll get an end of the day email. When I do say end of the day, I do mean end of the day. Okay, so it is very much right at the end of the day, so like midnight. Okay, so we've also got a preferences tab. So what is the preferences tab? This is where you can just change certain functionality on your view. So this can be done, each person can do this separately. First of all, you've got group by course and group by learner. So if you group them by course, when you're searching for learners, it will group them by course. So if a learner is on more than one course, that learner will appear in more than one view. They might appear in the main qualification and then the functional skills later on, for example. If you group by learner though, it will give you all your learners alphabetically order and all the courses they're currently doing. So sometimes that's a better view because you get a really understanding of what each learner is doing. Okay, so you've also got then some other chart types. You've got some different layouts and things in the system. The records per page down by here, you can set it 25, 50 or 100. So if you've got 30 learners on your caseload, the first 25 will see the next one go on a second page. So you can change that to 50 and that will do that. There's a couple of other settings, which is just about the fonts and things. So I click Save Preferences, that will save that. And I can change it whenever I want to. Then what we got is a log out button. So obviously it is a lot of personal data, learner data and whatnot. So it is really important that you log out if and when you're using the system. So my advice is just to, as and when you do it, just kind of log out. So just use the log out button, and it'll very simply just log you straight back out. Okay, so I'll just log back in. Okay, so what is the home page? So us at Kineo Pivot have decided that actually what are the most important things as an assessor should see or talent coach should see on their home page. So we got a waiting review. This is, so when the learner submits their task, they work through their task pages, and at the bottom they got a submit task for review. As soon as they hit that button, it comes up on your home page there. And it's waiting for you then to go into it and assess it and return the work, which will be shown later on in another video. But anything that sits in there is waiting for you to mark it or give feedback to a learner, okay? Anything in here is your verified referrals. So if your IQAs carry out something on the system, they're not quite happy with something, when you make some changes, it will sit in there if any actions are required. If they just accept it, then it won't appear. It's only anything that's referred, okay? And then this one is if you set a learner a deadline to complete a unit by, say for example, you ask a learner to complete on the 1st of July, for example, you log in the system on the 2nd, anything overdue will sit in there. Okay, I have got verified tasks because I'm a verifier, but don't worry about that for the moment. We then got the messages. Okay, so if I go into the messages, this will take me into the message center of Pivot, and then any message I received off the learner, I can go in there and click reply. Okay. We've also got appointments calendar. So you can set appointments within the system, but they won't be pushed through to the learner. So very much it's just for your own record. So you can set appointments in the system, and there's a full appointments calendar on the left, but again, it won't push through to the learner. So some people really just use their Outlook or whatnot, but I will show it to you anyway. Then finally, resources. What you can do in here is any generic resources can be built in here by Kaplan. But also we have got a Pivot Learn portal where there's some videos and some helpful resources as well. Okay, so just look on the left hand side, so that's my home page. They're just the shortcut menus. But on the left hand side, I've got appointments. Okay, so that's my appointments calendar. So again, as I said before, I could set and create appointments within the system and set when I'm going to see people. Unfortunately, no one will see that, okay, because no one's got access to the Learning Assistant apart from myself. So if you wanted to, you could hit the export function and export it out into your Outlook then, and that will update your calendar appointments. We've also got our forums. So as you can see, these are 3 qualifications that I currently deliver. Now forums will only be shared between assessors, so learners won't see the forums from here. So what you will have to do is, if you just want to share some best practice with some of your talent coaches, this is the place where you can post a thread. So I could go into there and then create a thread and then so forth. Okay. Then the PDR section. So the PDR section is where you can keep up to date with occupational competence. Okay. So everyone has to keep up to date, making sure that they're still relevant with the qualification, the standard and whatnot. So this is where you can keep up to date with it. You put your qualifications, your standardization meetings and things like that. So if you click new entry, okay, you've got an opportunity to put a description in of something. We've then got actions, so any action notes from the meeting or standardization, reflection notes of what you're reflecting on. Okay, and then if you scroll down, you've got duration of hours where you can record the hours you've done, and then you've got the activity date as well, so it can be backdated as well. When you click submit, then it will give you the ability to upload a file as well. So you can attach a meeting gender, meeting minutes, or qualifications, or anything like that as well. Okay, so that's just a way you can keep up to date with occupational competence. And then sample summary, because I'm an IQA, I then got the sample summary section. But what we've also got then is a link to your messages, very similar to the link on the top page. From there, you can go straight into there. Okay, so that's just how you set up the system. Most important things for me just to refocus on is if you go onto the avatar, set your notifications up. Okay, have a look at your preferences, how you want to view things. Obviously that gives you access to your caseload. Your set of tasks, need to familiarize yourself with this. This is where all your, if this looks like this, which is blank at the moment, then you're kind of keeping up to date with everything. Okay, so as soon as the learner hits that submit task, it will come into there. So you need to make sure you log into the system on a regular basis to make sure that you're keeping on top of your work. So don't log into it for a week and then you've got 30, 40 tasks to mark. That will take time. So log in every day is obviously very useful. Okay, so that's how to set up the system. Quite straightforward. The system's not complicated, but obviously just need to film yourself and just use it and have a little play with it, just get yourself set up. Okay, thanks for listening, and I'll see you very shortly.